Good morning. It is day 81 of the Mississippi River Trail, where I, as a single mom, am paddling the Mississippi River from Minnesota all the way down to Louisiana with 7 of my 15 kids.
We're a family of 15 kids. One mom and Smokey Bear.
And the 7 youngest of us are paddling the whole Mississippi River.
This is chaos made fun.
Come follow our adventure.
So, who happened to be back there? And I'm currently walking because they're very loud. And Smokey's ready. So, we are at a campground. Yesterday was so much fun. Yesterday was Memphis Day. Said I wasn't going to stop in Memphis. Said we had enough of the education and we need to make miles. But we stopped in Memphis. So, you got to watch that episode if you haven't caught that one. Because there's like this concrete river basin model that's abandoned in the heart of Memphis. And it's on Mud Island. And it is so freaking cool. It is probably one of the best educational things we've seen as far as the river goes. And then we went to Bass Pro. And that is now a bucket list destination as far as staying with the kids. And we went to the observation deck because I figured it was worth it. And thanks to your contributions, we were able to go to the top, and it makes things like that possible. So very cool. But today we put back in. Today we will be paddling through Memphis. We paddled into the edge of it, onto that northern outskirts. And now everyone said, do not stay in Memphis. Don't. It's like St. Louis. Don't stay. It's a big city. And y'all, every big city has a reputation. Cairo was a very positive experience for us. We really didn't have any issues. And everyone said, don't go there. But y'all, it was so great. People are just good people, and you run into them. Don't stay at night, I guess, but we didn't try. But Cairo was fine for us. St. Louis was fine for us. Memphis was fine for us. So what we did, and this is why we keep the support vehicle with us, is to be proactive in safety, is we don't spend the night there. So we found a state park, T.O. Fuller State Park, which is only 18 miles outside of Memphis. We paddled into the north side of Memphis, did all our stuff in Memphis, came to the state park, stayed the night, stayed safe, all of that. Now we're shuttling back up to where we left off, and we will paddle through Memphis today. So very cool. We are paddling through Memphis today. We're gonna go see what Memphis has for us. Going to these towns like St. Louis, Cairo, and Memphis also allowed us to look at the water before we get in it. So I didn't really think about that beforehand up until I realized it in St. Louis. We were able to go over the bridge of the chain of rocks to look at what we were getting into, up to the arch to see the barge traffic, to see what we're actually going to encounter. And then Cairo, we were actually able to look at the traffic and the confluence before we actually put in the water to know what we're in for. Memphis proved to be the same. We were able to go up in the observation tower and actually look at the water. We crossed the bridges. We were actually able to see the barge traffic. And y'all, it really looks no different. It's nothing different than what we've already been doing. It's fine. So Smokey and I are going to be doing logistics and strategizing the next, I think probably 200 to 300 miles of vehicle access, island camping, things like that. But we have some very remote places and some stuff to figure out, which is going to get interesting to see how we manage it. But we're doing Memphis today. Let's go see a bunch of water. Once over of the T.O. Fuller State Park campsite that we had last night, we were able to spread out. The dude was so kind, and he actually really didn't question the number of people or anything. Most state parks will question how many people we have and stuff like that, and it's all really positive, but he didn't even question it. But y'all, look at this campsite we had. We're in a pull through, and he gave us a remote location, which I laughed at because this thing is so small, and there were RVs back there last night. But anyway, the bathrooms are banging. But anyway, this was our campsite, and look, we just spread out everywhere. No one had a problem with it. The kids had a playground, which they've lived on. They got up at 6 a.m. this morning. Well, really like 5:30 because the sun comes up so early. And they were on the playground. Anyway, B and C were over here. All looks good. A's footprint is right there in that light spot. Grissom and Galax are right here. And you wrappers from Halloween. But otherwise looks good. I was right there. All looks good. Smokey's over here. His spot looks good. And we didn't have a fire last night. We just went to bed. Anyway, table looks pretty good. Lily, there's candy trash down there. Get it? There's 3 red pieces. Anyway, she's picking that up. All looks good. And very good to go.
Here's this morning. I woke up this morning thinking that my brother passed away. Last night, the Facebook posts and stuff were pretty bad. So I was pretty freaked out. But then I did actually stop and think to myself, well, if this has happened, I do have something grand. These guys. and they have done their best to prove it this morning. They have, I looked at this one, poked him once, and it was like started the motor, and then he brought the other ones over, and they have attacked me all morning.
Oh, yeah.
But my spirit's really high because I got a chance. I called my brother this morning. It wasn't my brother. It was somebody else. It's sad because my niece got 3 little girls and they've lost their dad. She's lost the person that brings, to supplies the house and stuff. So she's going to have a real tough time. And it's really, really sad. But I have to say, it wasn't my brother. Well, the energy is always there. You can see this as a giant pain in the backside, or you can see it as a glorious morning. It's...
They have a really, really hard time.
We need a second
letting
anchor.
their morale stay down.
It's,
They're a good perspective check always.
Yeah, I went over and I poked Grissom one time this morning, and I think that was the start button. It was, and then Grissom, the problem with Grissom is once you hit the start button, there's no shut off button. It doesn't, there's no stop, there's no brake, there's no nothing
it's a
but
broken button.
Yeah, it's nothing but full up, full gear.
Watch this, I can make Smokey scream.
And then we got this one over here.
All right, y'all ready to go paddle some Memphis water?
No, ma'am.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Here we have the bathrooms. Look at this. Look how nice these bathrooms are. And they have banging showers. They were hot and they had good water pressure. Look how huge that bathroom is. And look at this one. Look at that. They're so nice. I took a shower in this one last night. And look at that. And the water was so hot and it never ran out and the water pressure was good. But yeah, this is the state park bathroom of T.O. Fuller State Park. But it is very nice. We didn't really know what to expect because the campground itself isn't very big. But it was nice. Just so nice.
Get alerts when we release new episodes. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Bye, I love you. I see y'all in a bit.
Not a lot of barge traffic for Memphis, which is exactly what we saw yesterday. Up in the observation tower, there's just not a lot of traffic, barge traffic in the Memphis area. And there is some, but it's not congested.
You see that triangle thing? That's where we went yesterday. That little thingy at the top.
What'd you think about it in there?
Fun.
What all did you see?
Sturgeon, which B wants to catch really bad, so do I. But sturgeon, big old catfish, alligators, alligator gar, some gar. There's some massive gars in there.
Look at downtown. Look at the bridge.
Mom, I remember going across that bridge like it was today.
Oh yeah.
And like it was yesterday too. Because it's both of those.
How was that water for you? That was fun. All right, guys, we are officially out of Memphis. You can see it way, way, way back there in the distance. We have officially paddled out of Memphis, and we were successful. And there is zero barge traffic whatsoever. Like, we have passed one small tug pushing one singular barge. But other than that, we have the river to ourselves. I mean, I'm sure at flood stage, this place is horrific, but right now, it's just like a lake. We did hit a little bit of turbulence under the second set of bridges. Well, it was the first set. There were 3 bridges in a row. We hit a little bit of turbulence under that, probably because the wind coming off of the bridges from the traffic. There was a train on top and an active train, and then the vehicles. So probably created a lot of wind, which affected the water. But nothing more than the reservoirs we paddled in high wind. But y'all, this is the state of the water right now. That is what we're on. So we do have headwind today, but it's nothing we haven't dealt with before. So nothing brutal. It's just paddling against it. But there you have it, people. Through Memphis, outside of Memphis, it's in our rearview mirror. And we are paddling on, moving south.
So here I am. I was leaving from Mud Island and watched Nikki and them pass by, and ran into Matthew here.
Hey, y'all.
With
Mississippi River
Expeditions. I stopped to joke with him about these big old canoes he's got here, about 30 foot long. He says they fit 17 people.
14. 17 kids up.
So I'm gonna let you him tell you a little about what he does.
Same thing y'all are doing out on the river. Big expeditions, multi-day camping trips, 6-hour trips, 3-hour trips, but we're based here in Memphis, and I wish I could have met y'all in person. I've been following y'all's trip with the kids, and props to you, but I'll be further down in the Mississippi Delta if y'all need anything.
Oh, look at this. That's beautiful. Acres and acres of sand. So many acres. Y'all, this is the only barge we have seen all day long. Like, people went on and on and on about Memphis, but I hope to educate people a lot. If this trail is done well and you're educated and you research and you're knowledgeable and you plan, have proactive measures in place. VHF radios help a ton. Those kind of things, which huge thank you to, again, all the people that gifted us with everything for this trip. It was like having a Mississippi River shower. So for everyone that purchased everything on the Amazon wish list, I think about that daily. For the personal flotation devices, all of the yellow ones, we have 10 total that were purchased. The VHF radios, y'all, we have used everything that has been purchased. So just another huge thank you, even this many months after the fact, because your gifts continue to give. They have been giving this whole trail, just so y'all know. But that being said, here we are on the river, and we did Memphis today, guys, and we are still alive, just like St. Louis, just like the Confluence, just like Cairo, Illinois, just like everything. And we have had nothing but positive experiences. But we did not camp in Memphis. We did not camp in St. Louis. Props to having the support vehicle, benefits of that. We were able to leave Memphis, go to a state park, and then come back and put in so that we are not camping in Memphis. We're able to take safety measures, keep them in place so that the trail is done well and safely. But that barge is moving. So anyway, there you have it. I think there's another one coming up river. I had a little bit of conversation on the radio, but we still haven't seen him yet. So I'm not sure, he may have gone south, or that actually it may be this barge or this tow that was talking up there saying he was headed south. So it's actually maybe the one we thought was coming upriver. It's actually headed south. Dude, that's such a pretty tow. The waters of Memphis. We are miles past Memphis now. The current is good. We are making good time and good miles. And we are finally to the point where we can successfully say we are accomplishing our goal of miles, because the current is ripping and it feels good. It is not dangerously ripping, but it is moving and it feels so good. But we have made record time at our first stop and we will continue on. But yeah, it's a good day on the water. And this is the traffic south of Memphis. Y'all saw the traffic north of Memphis. This is the traffic south of Memphis. Traffic north of Memphis was actually way more, but we managed that really well. You saw it above New Madrid and all of that coming in. So here we are south of it, and super manageable and not even as heavy as what was north of Memphis. So yeah, it's a good day. And y'all, these aren't even like swells over here. This is like the wake of the barge. Out there, they're swells. But really, even for as big as he was, they're just not that big. Like, I mean, I get what people are saying, and they get kind of big, and they'll get bigger and bigger as the ships get bigger. But right now, that is a big old boy. And and it's manageable. So you can see the waves coming in. A very good idea of what we're dealing with out here. Oh, hello.
You know what we're doing?
What it's actually like when you do the waves of a barge.
It's an open piece of a geode.
Ooh, and where are you going?
Right, you're gonna find geodes. And this is a broken off piece of a geode. It broke off.
It's so beautiful.
Yes, ma'am. Oh yeah, and we've been finding rocks and we're gonna put it in the boat.
Oh, you're gonna make me paddle the rocks? So you're just adding weight to my boat. And then we're gonna go paddle it?
You
You can actually hear the water now. The water finally makes noise. And that is a beautiful sound. We are going down here. So the predicaments we get ourselves into. There was no pull off. We are in an area of the river where it is so remote that boat ramps are like 70 miles apart. And if we don't do that, then we have no Wi-Fi because I do not carry Starlink in the boat. I potentially can, but I feel like it's too much of a risk. So I have not been carrying it, so we need the van because it has become our mobile office. So in needing the van, we found a takeout at a private campground that was not going to let us take out there and was not going to let the van get to the ramp. But Corey ran into the groundskeeper of the campground that actually ended up letting him in, and we were able to take out at their boat ramp. Otherwise, we faced a long haul of no access. However, we could not camp at that campground because they were full with no vacancies. So we had to leave. So it began a search of where to camp for the night with river access that was a close point. So now here we are in the middle of nowhere, following Google Earth roads because we really don't know where we're going, and we're just following the river, and it makes for some fun exploring. That being said, we will now be full packing our boats. I am not carrying Starlink. I'm not going to risk Starlink. So, but we will definitely be full packing because our next little while will be 70-mile stretches of zero access. But as of now, we are at some abandoned site somewhere. It's the coolest thing in the world, but it's like some abandoned state park. And we came here and it's kind of eerie. Like it's all been washed away by a flood and everything is decimated. And the roads have potholes, but you can get to it. And it's an abandoned, like super abandoned state park. So we are now camping in this abandoned, massive field with old parking lots, and like some of the areas have gates and some don't, but it's super beautiful, but it's kind of eerie too. So we're now exploring this super old abandoned state park just to see what's here. And it is on the river, we do know that. So we're going to find the river where we will be putting in today or tomorrow at the abandoned state park. Yo, look, like who doesn't love exploring eerie abandoned state parks in the dark, in the middle of nowhere? Like, look at this. Like, how can you not love this life? It's so fun. We're just walking in the middle of a lot of abandoned things. There's no sign of life anywhere. It's so cool. We can hear the barges. How many people actually just walk around in the dark, not knowing where they are, and exploring crap you never thought you'd see?
The haunted people that go look at haunted houses, or paranormal, paranormal people.
We paddled very, very late today to not know where we're going. So now we're scoping out campsites and exploring things in the dark because we paddled so late today, trying to get to an accessible boat ramp to meet up with Corey. So this has become a much, much larger challenge than we ever thought. And this is a massive sandbar. Look at this. Way out there. It's like a deserted island. Oh, look at this. Yo, look at this. It looks like Star Wars. Like some different kind of land. Like another world. So what we have noticed is while we paddled today, there were very few barges compared to what we have seen. Yes, we saw them. By the end of the day, I think we saw like 4, maybe 5. But y'all, and the time that we have come out here on the sandbar from where we parked in the abandoned park, we have seen 3. There's one right there. He just passed this one over here. And there's another one down there coming northbound. It's so beautiful. Oh, look at the full moon. Some of these have bridges in them where the water's coming out and they're unstable. But this is where we will be putting in tomorrow, unless we can find something better, which is a little bit downriver from where we took out because we could not stay where we took out. But this is not considered a viable boat ramp because even though a canoe can easily do it, boats cannot. So they are not listed. Oh, here come the lights. But boats obviously cannot access this or use it, so it is not marked on the map as a viable boat ramp. However, it's perfect for canoes. So we just go downriver a little bit until we reach accessible sandbars, and then we put in on those. And that way we have Starlink at night, we can upload, so all you lovely people have your daily episode. And that is how we make this work. But just to give you all an idea, that tree line back there is about 2 miles. We just walked 2 miles to get to the river. But that's how big the sandbars are, 2-mile sandbars. So now what we'll do to modify this for in the morning, since obviously we are not gonna pull the canoes over 2 miles of sand, is follow the road to where the sandbar narrows, which is way down there, or probably down there, it narrows down here. And we will get on the road and go to the point where it narrows, and then just pull through a little path in the woods and put in. That is how we are making the southern part work, because this is getting really challenging with ramps being so few and far between. The river is larger, bridges across the water are few and far between. They're only in the bigger cities like Memphis. I think the next one is Greenville, another one. Those are all barges lined up waiting to come down the channel. That's cool. But it's so busy at night. Barge traffic is so freaking busy at night. And it's a very comforting sound to listen to them as they go by. So we've gotten used to it, and I really miss the trains. We're officially to the part where the train tracks have kind of not followed the river as much, which is really sad because we got used to the sounds for months on end now of barges and trains at night. And now we just hear the barges, but we don't hear the trains anymore, which is really sad. The southern part, bridges across the river usually only happen in the bigger cities. So Memphis, I think Greenville is the next, and then Vicksburg, and then maybe Natchez. So yeah, and then of course Baton Rouge and New Orleans. But there's not very many bridges across anymore, and boat ramps are very much the same. They're usually only in the towns, and that's about it. So we are having to get very, very creative to meet up with the van. Had we been able to stay at the campground, it would have been ideal, but this is how we improvise, adapt, and overcome, and it is lovely. Like, who would have guessed we'd end up here? This is so, like, inspiring. How many people get to do this? They just explore the world like this. Like, how many people actually knew that sandbars like this exist on the Mississippi River? Look at that. And how many actually get to stay here at night? It's like a beach all to yourself. With a full moon.